Hello guys, welcome to this video tutorial. This is Arvind from MeritPros. Let's get started. And this topic is going to be a quite interesting one. Okay, so build profiles, project documents, project templates. So what are these stuffs? Okay, so let me tell you an industry scenario, like what happens. Sometimes what happens is like certain banking sectors or point of sale companies, like say a point of sale in the sense like a retail company, sometimes they don't want you to download any dependencies from your internet. So they want you to download your dependencies or like say whatever you have it. So what happens is like at that time, so you need to maintain some profiles or some repositories in your local. Okay, maybe somebody might have shared it within your team, so that you need to maintain it in your local and then pull that stuff over there. Okay, so by default when you see a Maven, okay, let me show it to you. How does it do it out? Okay. Okay, so what happens, what does a Maven will do it is like, so this is your Maven. So by default, from where does it pull in your dependencies? So we have seen over here, like say, in our demo project. So from this pom.xml, it is pulling all this from something called your central repository, right? From your central repository, it pulls your data. Okay, from your central repository it pulls your data and it will be putting it inside your Maven. So Maven, whenever Maven I mentioned, it is nothing but your pom.xml. Okay, XML. So in case like what does a pom.xml will do, it is like it will check in your user, like say user/.m2 folder. So your pom.xml will check it. Oh, sorry, not this one. Let's put it over here. Your central repository, from your pom.xml, it checks over here. So from your M2 only, your pom.xml will be pulling in your data. So sometimes usually your .m2 folder will be maintained over here where I showed you, right? Inside your C users .m2, some organization doesn't allow you to change any folder structures or anything inside your C users. So that's why we have an option called your building of profiles, documents, and templates. So you can keep it inside your local paths and then you can run your particular thing. So let me read it out. This is a real-time scenario. So you may face it in your industry when you're working or when you're going to work. This might be an issue. Okay, so what to do in this case? So that's why we are going to build your projects, okay, documents or templates from a different location apart from your default. So your default location, make it fixed. It's going to be your .m2 folder inside your C users, the name of the laptop or desktop, .m2, and from this repository only, it's going to pick all your dependencies. Your pom.xml is going to pick all your dependencies from this particular item. But assume a scenario where you don't have access for this read write access. That means you cannot download on this path, you cannot read from this path, you cannot do anything from this path. So that's why we have an option called your build profiles, and Maven supports your build profiles. And how does it support it? We have 4 different options available for it per project, defined in the POM itself, per user. So these two are the main things that is most widely used in any industry. So defined in .m2 settings XML, global defined conf settings XML, and profile descriptor. So unfortunately this option is being deprecated. We can't use it anymore. Just this is an information I'm conveying it to you. If somebody says there is a profiles.xml, you can straight away say it's not available from Maven 3x version. Okay, since we are going with the latest version, so we need to convey you this stuff. Okay, only these 3 things we can use it up, out of which I'm going to show you about the settings XML on interest of time, because the same thing follows. There is no rocket science over here. Whatever you do in your settings.xml in M2, the same thing will be done inside your con.f. Okay, inside your POM, mostly we'll try to avoid it, because POM we maintain it only for your dependency. For other settings, we need to or it is advisable to maintain it inside your per user or global settings. Okay, so .m2. Okay, so as I see over here, so one more thing. Okay, so don't try to whenever you try to run your Maven, don't immediately. Okay, I have a lot of folders, I'm missing it. Yeah, so whenever you have a lot of like say you have a .m2 folder, don't try to search. For me, as you can see, settings.xml is there, but when you create a particular Maven project and you download the dependencies, for you it definitely the settings.xml will not be available. Okay, for sure, don't worry, even you can go for your review hidden items I've checked in. Okay, you can also do it as a hidden items checked in so that you can view it out, so it will not be available. So from where do I get this settings.xml? So usually in the previous session we have seen about something, how to install your Maven dependency inside your laptop or desktop. So usually what I do it is like, or usually what it is prescribed to do it is like, from your Maven, you need to maintain your Maven. Okay, this is an extract. You need to go to the corner and there is a settings.xml. So this XML you can copy it and you can place it inside your .m2 folder. Simple. So let us open and see what is .m2 folder. What is the settings.xml? We have it. So this is the settings.xml. Okay, so this is where I maintain my local repository. That means whatever the repository I'm going to take it up, it will, if please note it down or just keep your observations for some time. Like whenever you see a repository and you see a settings.xml, it will give preference only to the settings.xml. If you have something inside over here and you mention it as a local repository, it will pick it only from over here. If you don't have this stuff, like say for example, if I comment this one out, okay, simple. If I comment this one out and save it, next time when you run it, okay, it will take it from over here. So from our previous project, you can see it. It might have taken everything from your local repository. Let me show that to you as well. Okay, it's quite a long one. Okay, no problem. It will pick it up. Okay, don't worry, it will pick it up from your C drive. Okay, sorry, D drive, wherever I have maintained it. Let me see the path actually. Okay, so this is the path. So you can see over here local repo repository, right? Copy, Control R, Control V, repository. So I have it over here. So let me delete it and show it to you. Okay, quickly, not a problem. It doesn't take much time. Okay. Okay, so if you see in this repo, nothing is there much. Okay, if I close my Eclipse and do it, it will be empty. So you can, or we can try to do something. Local repo 2. Let's create a new folder. Control Shift N. Local repo 2. Okay, this path. Let me go inside and okay, where is it? Okay, it's over here. Okay, so let me uncomment this one and replace the path. Simple and save. Now what I do it is like I'll go to my default project. Don't worry. Okay. So over here you can see nothing is there. Okay, it's quite empty. So what we can do it is like inside the settings.xml, we have mentioned it. We have copy pasted inside the .m2 folder and we have mentioned our local path. So that is what it is available over here. And we are going to do a Maven install, the first thing. Okay, because it needs to download the dependencies. Okay, as you can see, it has started to create it. This is what we call it as pulling it from your local repository. Okay, so this is what we call it as a defined on the .m2 per user. So I am the user. My projects or my dependency path is like D MeritPros local repo. So that's why we call it as a per user. If it is going to be the global, so simple. Go to the Apache Maven. So here the corner folder will be there. Go inside the corner folder, settings.xml would be there. You can mention it also here as well, the same way. So you can ask me where will be the preference be given. So this is the global setting, and whatever we did over here, this is the user setting. So first thing, it will check for the user and then only go for the global. Okay, global is nothing but the conf which is available inside your Apache Maven jar file. Okay, usually we'll have this jar file, we'll extract it, you'll be getting this one. Okay, simple as it is. So any doubt here so far till now? Maybe a simple, if you're clear, you can just type it as clear. If you have some questions, you can just post it out. Yeah, I have one chart. How many levels of settings? Yeah, we have like two settings available, only two levels. One is like per user and the global. So global is, it is available inside your Maven zip file. Okay, this Maven zip file, if you extract it, you can see the corner. So this is a global level. That means it's a global for all the Maven, it will check over here. But if you go for the per user is nothing but .m2 folder. If you check it as settings over here, this is the user level. So two levels are available. You can make use of any one level. Okay, depending upon your project. Is that fine, Andy? Only two levels are there. Thank you. Okay. So this is what we were talking about, like in the Maven settings as well. I forgot to tell you this option. So we are maintaining it as a local repository. If you just scroll down a little bit more, you can have the profiles as well over here. Okay, so profiles like this profiles depending upon JDK version, depending upon the OS version, depending upon the name of the profile, you can use it. And okay, and also an additional stuff which I interested to tell you is like there is something over here called proxies. Okay, sometimes you need to overwrite your proxies inside your offices because they have some security restrictions, so you need to override it out. So in case if you have any proxy port number or other stuffs, username, password, you need to mention it over here. So that's why I'm telling you your settings.xml, whether it's inside your .m2 folder or inside your corner folder, it's a very important one. Okay, so just you can note it down somewhere. Okay, so proxies and your profiles, you can do it. Now how to run this from your command line? Simple as it is. Whenever you mention the name of your profiles over here, okay, just mention it up. Goal -p. -p is the keyword. -p stands for profiles. And profile 1, 2, 3 you can mention. So usually you one profile only we maintain it up, or depending upon the OS we maintain it up, whether it's OS and JDK versions, because since we are on testers, depending upon the OS there might be some issues. Okay, so this is what we do it up. Thank you for watching this video. Hope the covered topics will help you in your career development and growth. See you in our next video.